right, guys, let's talk about their battery setup. They have the typical Bluetti AC200 Max and the B300. I love using this Bluetti power bank for my van builds, and that's how a lot of these people find me, and that's how Les and Bernadette found me. So just like my typical build, I get the Blue Sea fuse block. Every DC component gets wired to the Blue Sea fuse block, and then one cable goes from there to the Bluetti AC200 Max. And they were going to go with the 300, but because the AC200 Max has a battery built in as well, it actually gives them over 5,000 watt hours instead of the 3,072 that's just in the B300. So they've got enough room under here that if they needed to add a second B300, they could, because they have an air conditioner unit. The plan is that they will only use that air conditioner unit when they're on shore power, when they're boondocking at family members, when they're at a campground. Otherwise, they've got 3 of the Sirocco fans to keep them cool. Also, their AC setup, their AC current setup, is your typical surge protector like I like to use. One cable going to the Bluetti. That gives them double backup. They've got the surge protector protection, and then they've got the Bluetti protection. So double protection for that AC current setup. All right, so the rest of their electric setup, you can see I gave them 12 volt cigarette lighter adapters. I gave them 2 of them. One for both Les and Bernadette. That way, if they both want an electric blanket up in Wisconsin, they go see a Green Bay game, they're going to need a heating blanket. And above that, both sides of the bed are the same. They both have USB ports. They both have their own dimmers. And guys, I love these light switches because you can turn them on and off from here. You can turn them on and off from the switch. And if you hold it in, that is a blue light. I love that. These are also dimmable DC puck lights. Up front here, the electrical, they just have the remote control to the air conditioner unit, the remote control to their fan, their control switch for their Webasto heater, a ball valve switch for the shower and toilet, and then inside her little secretary here, she has got a light for the shower, a light for underneath her little office area, and I gave her an outlet in her office. Up front, they've got LED light switches, and they have 2 switches here. That is their ball valve and their water pump. A switch to turn the hot water heater on, and an outlet above the galley. Outside here in the back of the van, I gave them a Noco shore power. We've got that going right into plastic there. That is a perfect place to put it for the Promaster. All right, let's go up on the roof. They have got the Yanaka roof rack. I've been using this for quite a while now. I love the low profile. I love the 80/20 extrusion aluminum. On the super high Promaster, they taper the roof at the top. So, and they also discontinued those T-mounts. So I had to use the universal mounting brackets from Yanaka and make my own roof rack. Turned out just like the Yanaka roof racks do. Low profile. The wind fairing for the regular Promaster did fit on there. Because we used that 80/20 extrusion aluminum rack, it was easy to order 3 of the mounting brackets for that Fiamma F45S manual awning. That is a sharp looking awning. It's super easy to open. Les and Bernadette, they can have it open in just a few minutes and set up. Starting at the front of the van, going back, they have got the Max Air Deluxe vent fan that is up by the seating area, up by the galley. Right behind that, we were only able to get 2 200 watt panels on their roof. Those are the new Power 200 watt. They are narrower than the rich solar panels that they would have liked to have used, but since they're shorter, they're a little bit wider. They did fit on the roof because it is narrower because it's a super high. But we also have a couple more panels coming. We're going to put them right side by side on that air conditioning, next to the air conditioning unit. So back there, they have got the Rec Pro air conditioner. That is a 110, 120 volt air conditioning. It will be used for shore power and every now and then on the Blue Eddy when they're getting enough solar in. It runs at about 1350 watts an hour when the compressor kicks in. Very quiet unit. It does weigh about 73 pounds. If you're looking to lift that up there, get your daughter's boyfriend to help. All right, guys, let's go inside the van. I'm going to show you how they're set up to charge while they drive. Oh, yeah, I guess you could go down here. All right, guys, right underneath the center console, out of the way, they've got a Jupiter 1000 inverter, and it's got 2 outlets directly connected to the battery. So when they're moving, they can plug their Blue Eddy in and charge while they drive. All right, so right underneath Bernadette's step, all you got to do is lift that up, pull that yellow cord. I made a little notch here so that that goes forward, plugs in, and that is plugged in the back into their Blue Eddy. All right, let's take a look at what they've got underneath the van now. All right, they wanted 2 gray tanks, one up front here, one in the back. One of those goes to their sink, and one of them goes to their shower and their OGO toilet. Now, they've got a ball valve here to drain the tank, but they also have a ball valve up front here. And the reason why we did that is so that when they're driving, when they're not using the shower bathroom area, we can shut that, and that'll prevent any odor from coming back up into the van. So the drains come through the floor here, wiring comes through the floor for those valves, and easy enough. Those are 2 10-gallon tanks. And then way up front there, her Webasto heater comes through the floor. The air vent goes up front here, right there, and the exhaust comes back here. That's this tube right here. Also, look at that. They've got some undermount lights. You guys are super high. You're 10'4". And you've got a ton of upper cabinetry space for storage. Ram Promaster did something to make that better with the wind. What is that?
It's a wind stabilizer. So, like, you know, when you go past a semi and you get that dirty air, it'll help it. It won't sway as much, blow around. Or when you get the crosswind on the highway. If you get the east or west wind when you're going north and south, you get that wind blowing you. It's helps stabilize so you don't blow around as much.
Because it is so tall. Yeah.
And that comes standard on the super high.
Nice.
Was that standard?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
And it also comes with like some kind of parking brake system.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Parking.
The parking brake automatically goes on.
Yeah, you can set a setting so your parking brake automatically comes on when you park it.
Yep.
You know why they did that? Because Ram Promaster had a recall because they had problems with the parking mechanism. So I wonder if that's standard on all of them.
Yeah, it's just a push button.
Yeah.
You don't have that lever like most
Yeah.
vans.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
that's nice. It's just a push button. Yeah.
And it automatically goes off when you put it in drive?
No, you got to push it.
You got to push it. Okay.
Yeah. And there's a message that comes on the dashboard. Push parking brake.
All right, guys, there you have it. Part 2 of Lotus. We'll see you guys on the next video.